Yeah, start. Shall we start with a prayer straight, or you have some announcement? Yeah, Dileepji. These are children from my native, and Sharaf is the man who made it happen. We had earlier also met Sharaf. He will be joining with us with some other song again. So Dileepji.
Welcome everyone, Namaste. Today something special for entire world, that's what I'll say. Because today is the Universal Brotherhood Day. Announced by Swamy Vivekananda, the holiness who came to America, brought the philosophy of or culture of India to the West. That happened in 1893. It was in Chicago. Well, most of the people are celebrating 9/11 today. We don't want to celebrate that because that is nothing for us. That's a political. We want to think about the spirituality and the love and care about the universe, what we have to implement. That's why when DrTPS mentioned, I said definitely we'll go with this program. Without further ado, I want to invite DrTPS is a very active human being, a loving and kind towards humanity, a promoter of peace and harmony and interfaith, and even the true core teaching of Hinduism. And he has different organizations including Shisha, and he is part of the Value community now. Please welcome DrTPS. Floor is for him.
Let me check whether Piyush Panditji is around. Piyush Panditji is around. He is supposed to be here.
Not yet.
Yeah. Maybe we have Otherwise, Dr. Rami join.
He will be a little late. I'll say, you just say a few words, then give to other people. That is better.
Okay. Morning I was with SVIS, Vidyaranya International School, where Gokulanji was the person who was hosting me. It's nice to be with activities around where I don't know whether we are depicting a great son of India or indirectly depicting the mastery of India creating such a great son for the whole world. So in that respect, sometime I consider Ramakrishna Paramahamsa as a greater master and Swamy Vivekananda as a greater student. I always believe great masters can create great students. But not all great people created further greater people than them. A mastery is shown only when their students are powerful. So in that sense, morning also I was mentioning we had only 2 great masters in India. Though unfortunately we are celebrating Teachers' Day in the name of a president because a teacher became a president. We should celebrate Teachers' Day when teachers are so powerful and they created great people. So Ramakrishna created Swamy Vivekananda. That shows you need a good mentor, good master. But students are supposed to hunt for the teachers. Today most of the teachers are hunting for students because it has become survival for the teachers. I am sure most of you are going to witness beautiful programs which commemorate the great cyclonic monk from India who spoke, actually created name for India in the West. A handsome oriental person. He was called so handsome because it took 2 months for him to reach from India to Chicago. He started in May 31st. So June, July. 2 months he traveled. Before that he had only one lecture, that was in Hyderabad. And Nizam, where I am now in Hyderabad. There is a Vivekananda Hall in the city of Secunderabad. That's a place where Swamy Vivekananda spoke before traveling to West. After the speech, Nizam offered him the whole expenditure for his travel. Vivekananda declined and said, I will keep it for some other purpose. He was a man of integrity. As he reached America, he stayed longer time. Many people know that it's not one lecture which Swamy Vivekananda gave. He had many series of lectures. But when he was staying in somebody's house, an old lady, not that old, he used to get a lot of letters where Swamy Vivekananda is supposed to answer most of them. After acquaintance of few days, the lady said, I will help you to answer some of the letters. Vivekananda again declined and said, you cannot answer love letters which comes to me. Because most of the beautiful ladies of America, they were all writing love letters because he was so handsome. One lady came to him and then said, I want to marry you because I want to get a son like you. Vivekananda again declined and said, I can marry you, but that doesn't guarantee that I will be able to give you a son like me. But instead, not have to wait so long, so far. Mother, please take me as your son. So Vivekananda was such a brilliant person. He knows how to turn people off. The messages are plenty. The great orator with lot of humanity, more than that, lot of fun and wit. There are a lot of stories to add. I enjoyed reading, understanding Vivekananda. If you know Vivekananda, you know India. You know Eastern philosophy. You know most of the Upanishads. You know Bhagavad Gita. That's why in his speech he mentions that the wonderful doctrines of Bhagavad Gita is what made him to realize what Upanishad messages are. I am sure maybe in the days to come, tomorrow on also we have Bhagavad Gita classes, in which when we come to those chapters we will mention what made Vivekananda to speak. That's not today's purview, but still there is a beautiful sloka in second chapter which already we have covered in our Bhagavad Gita class. Nainam chindandri shastrani, nainam dahadi pavagaha, na chainam kledayandopa, na shoshayati marudaha. The beautiful definition of that I within me, which is not important because we are part of the universe. So the great concept of God, which probably in the whole parliament of religion only one person could understand in totality, and he mentioned that Ishvara, who is the universal God, probably most of the people could not realize it. But I am sure if you study Vivekananda, you understand. Though he was talking in the parliament of religions, he was taking all the religious aspects into higher level, much higher than what many religious people could understand, and that is highly spiritual. That is the greatness of Swamy Vivekananda. It is just few days back I had an opportunity to be part of one of the youth training programs where in Kerala, Kottayam, where I was invited as one of the speakers, and in which I met one beautiful dancer, Tushara. I just saw her around here, and I was mentioning that we have this universal godhood which needs to be depicted nicely, and she came up with a nice program which probably will be the best method to understand the concept of Swamy Vivekananda. Please watch this small skit created by a great artist, Tushara George. Tushara George is available. She could speak. Unmute and speak. Wave your hands at least. Tushara George along with 4 children. Josh Anthony George, Anush, Jude George, Anmon G George, Rebecca and George. They are on stage now.
Good evening, sir, and good evening, everyone.
Asam Bhagasham God is a symbol of universal love and peace. Ishvara, from whom is the birth, continuation and dissolution of the universe. He is Ishvara, the eternal, the pure, the ever-free, the almighty, the all-knowing, the all-merciful, the teacher of all teachers, and above all, Sa Ishvara, Anirvajaniya, Prema Swarupa. He the Lord is of his own nature, inexpressible love, says Swamy Vivekananda.
Yeah, Dileepji.
Really meaningful. You see the problem around the world because of the religious dogmas or cultural dogmas. God never wants us to fight. God wants us to live in harmony. We may have different attire, different language, different food, but think about the universal spirituality which belongs to us. We all are divine beings on this earth, love and care, nothing else. Yes, TP.
Tushara, you are there, you could show your face. She is the one who made it happen, and she and her children, 4 of her kids, and was shooted in a church in Kottayam. I was pressing her for last 2 days. I just gave a day the concept and the next day she could do it. And we are supposed to have another smallest Vivekananda. We are waiting in case she is able to join from Calcutta, but Calcutta is really showering, and therefore we don't have her present live. In case if she is not able to join, probably she will.
What is her name?
We have Singh. She is the youngest Vivekananda which we have. She is Shanaya Singh from Calcutta, the world's youngest 7-year-old girl who is a great storyteller and a great author. She has high energy. We will not waste time. We have guests, already speakers over here. So,
Remy is here.
yeah, maybe that's why I was waiting. You could, please, Dileepji.
Dr. Remy Alapo, she is one of our advisors and NGO representative at the United Nations. She is a lecturer in a university. Remy Alapo, floor is for you.
Namaste, brothers and sisters. It's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you, Brother Sashi Kuma, for your invitation today. I didn't know when I joined immediately and put my camera on that Guruji will call me. I was waiting to listen to the other presenter.
Yeah, Dr. Remy, we were just waiting for you eagerly. She represents 2 countries, one USA and one Africa.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So I have a very small discussion to share with you today, and it's a discussion on building bridges, the need for interreligious dialogue. And I made this presentation in 2015 at the Parliament of World Religious Conference in Salt Lake City, Utah. And when we're looking at the term brotherhood, of course, brotherhood does not mean or signify just males alone. So brotherhood is a universal concept, whether we're referring to any gender, male or female, sisterhood, brotherhood, but a way in which we all come together as one family under God. As we see what's going on around the world today, and today is September 11, 20 years anniversary, we have to look at the role of religion and global conflict. And in most locations where you don't have unity, where you don't have peace, where you don't have people coming together as one family under God, they have used religion as a tool, to make conflict happen all the time. But the same religion, I'm not Hindu, but I'm gathered with brothers and sisters of Hindu faith and so many other world religious traditions. We can use religion as a tool for understanding or resolving conflict. And religion can fuel conflict, as I mentioned, in many countries. And over the years, I've participated with Guruji on many interfaith and interreligious dialogue events. And there's also an author, when I was going to seminary, David Smock, in his book, he mentioned that religion is better at fostering peace than at, fueling war. Why is it that, it's very hard for people to come together as brothers and sisters? Because many people have not cultivated the act of religious tolerance. Many would look and think that their own religious tradition or practices is better than that of someone else, instead of trying to learn about, the tenets, the traditions, and what makes one religion stand out. Perhaps, there are commonalities. Perhaps we can foster better unity, better relationship, better brotherhood by understanding each other's religion. And this comes from being tolerant. And tolerance of the religious other and an understanding of their own religious tradition places or assigns other religions, such as the cultural attachment of the religious other to, let's say, symbols, values, and norms, and also, willing to work on reconciliation without any preconceived ideas. the understanding of other people's religion, other tradition, or other religions is very important. First, we must understand some of the rituals and symbols that are shared by many faiths, and then cross-examine them with ours. The second is to deepen our relationship through joint prayers and activities as we're gathered here today. And the third is to explore the different ways in which messages of faith can be of benefit to one another. The basis of peace is to have in our minds that peace always begins with me, and peaceful individuals sacrifice themselves as temples of God and peaceful families, and know that the school of love is based on God the parent and to have a peaceful world. So over the past almost 10 years, I've been fortunate to affiliate with NGO Dileepji and World Yoga Community, and through that I've grown a lot, I've learned a lot. Of course, without affiliating with him, without showing religious tolerance, I would not have been able to meet many of you that are meeting here today. So in the age of globalization, we need enlightened leaders in each faith who can examine their sacred writings and traditions and identify the aspect that can benefit all humanity, and those who can identify and preserve each other's religious identities. So with that, I'm going to leave you with a conclusion that what one religion considers to be the truth may be different in another religion. Every religion has truth, so we cannot use the basis of one religion to say that it's better than another. We're not going to foster unity or have reconciliation or even learn how to be tolerant. Another point is that interreligious dialogue among different faiths is needed in reconciliation and in peace building. And finally, sharing of religious texts, practices, understanding religious symbols, and finding the similarities among different religions can start the interreligious process. Peace among different religions can be achieved through, again, religious tolerance, respect for the religious other, interreligious dialogue, and interfaith peace-building activities. With this, I would like to leave you with a short prayer. It's the Lord's Prayer in Yoruba, and Yoruba is a language widely spoken in the southwestern part of Nigeria, and also in many diaspora places outside of Nigeria. And the prayer goes, Baba wa tí ń bẹ ní ọ̀run, ká bọ̀wọ̀ fún orúkọ rẹ, kí ìjọba rẹ dé, tìrẹ ni kí a ṣe ní ayé, bí a ti ń ṣe ní ọ̀run, dárí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wa jì wá, bí a ti ń dárí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jì àwọn tó ṣẹ̀ wá, má fà wá sínú àdánwò, gbà wá lọ́wọ́ bìlísì, torí ìjọba ni tìrẹ, agbára ni tìrẹ, ògo ni tìrẹ, láíláí, àmín, 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 àṣẹ. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters, and may the spirit of tolerance, unity, reconciliation, brother and sisterhood be in our hearts forever. God bless you all.
Hallelujah.
Dileepji, that was a great start.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Thank you
Dr.
very
Remy spoke and then started. You are the person who flagged off today's event.
Thank
Especially
you very
a
much.
woman starting a program and one African is starting a program in
And
different language.
and that too from US.
Correct.
Yes.
And we have people all across the globe.
Correct.
Wonderful. That was great.
Thank you all. Namaste. God bless you.
We have Shania Singh joined. Shania Singh joined. I am not seeing.
No, not yet.
So instead of Shania Singh from Calcutta, let us take the privilege of having another Calcutta woman from United States. Is she around? Sharmishta De Mohari. Welcome. She is a great singer. Last 2 years back, 2019, same time, we were together in America. She hosted me a program where in an interfaith church, she had a program where Tagore's Sharmishta, you should fill in the blanks, the rest. I am leaving it there.
Hi, good evening to you all, and I'm honored and thankful to you, sir, and all of you that I'm a part of this such a nice program. And said that the program was the second annual function of annual recital of my student. That was the program, and during August 7th or 8th, that time usually we celebrate Baishe Strabon, the Tagore's death anniversary. So it was a collaborate program. So that time we meet each other, and this is such a nice program. I'm a part of this, and I'm glad and honored for that.
So what are you going to give us today? Continue.
I'm planning, I think, Belur Math Ramakrishna Mission. And before that, I want to chant 3 slokas on Thakur, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa, Ma Sarada Devi, and Swamy Vivekananda.
Sharmishta makes it so beautiful. We had a lot of one-to-one sitting, talking. It was so nice to hear from you always, Sharmishta.
Thank you, sir.
Definitely. May I have the privilege of inviting my brother from Doha, the principal of Ideal School, Said Shaukat Ali Ji. Welcome. Unmute.
Thank you very much, Kumar sir. Greetings, good evening, namaskar, assalamu alaikum, Shat Shri Akal. Good evening to all of you. This is Syed Shaukat Ali, principal of Ideal Indian School, Doha, Qatar. I am glad and privileged to be part of this wonderful evening and wonderful program. And T.P. Shashikumar sir is my mentor and he is my guru, I can tell. And actually, we happen to be students of same group, Professor N. Rudraya. He was my vice chancellor, and sir was under him when he was doing mathematics PhD. So we can tell we both are brothers. And today, since sir started this wonderful evening, wonderful program, Universal Brotherhood, it is my privilege and I am glad to speak on this occasion. This evening, we are celebrating this Universal Brotherhood, September 11, 1893, in Chicago. The greatest teacher amongst all addressed the World Parliament of Religions. He is none other than great Swamiji, Swamy Vivekananda. He started his speech by addressing, "My dear sisters and brothers of America." And his talk started with, "Tolerance is the act of putting up with something that one disapproves of." Dear friends, today we are living in an era where very much tolerance is essential. If you go back to prehistoric period and historic period, and if you study science, and according to science, one scientist is here, Dr. T.P. Shashikumar sir. So people started predicting life originated on the earth around 300 million years ago. And we consider the origin of life on the earth. Some started proving as biogenesis. Biogenesis means what? The life originated from pre-existing life. Some started giving the idea of abiogenesis, which tells that life originated from non-living matter. And some started telling process of life origin from gradual process. There is a gradual process that is called gradual synthesis of life. So however life came, and if you believe in religion mythology, we tell that the first human being was created in Adam and Eve. In that case, if you believe anything, we are originated from same matter. There is no perfect demarcation among anybody here. We all are seen. We are made up of 60,000 billion cells. I'm talking about science now. We are made up of 60,000 billion cells. Our body is having cells. Our body is having all the organs which we have to have. Each one is having similar organs. And your body is having brain. And our body is having everything which is required. And it is created by supernatural force, whom we call as God, Almighty, Allah, Ishvara, Parameshwara, Jesus Christ, and God, Guru Nanak, anything you call, ultimately we reach to the same destination, peace and love. Peace and love. I appreciate Swamiji who is here, Guruji from America. I have seen so many eminent speakers, and Dr. Remy, she spoke amazingly well. Dear brothers and sisters, there is an essential debate required amongst entire educationalists about the tolerance. We need to understand that each one of us are same, each one of us are equal. There is no discrimination among us. There is universal acceptance among all of us. We believe in supernatural force, Almighty, whom we call Almighty. If at all, if you want to create a futuristic environment, at this moment, at this juncture, I can appeal all my brothers and sisters. Let us spread peace. Let us spread harmony. Let us spread love. There is a lot of hatred spread among the society and various platforms, either at the platform of television or social media or any other platform. Hatredism is spreading across. It can be a political motivation. It can be a politically motivated. I don't want to talk about politics here. But dear brothers and sisters, understand one thing. When you are spreading hatred, and same hatred will spread across the globe, where our children will live. Are we giving the environment of hatred to our children? Can we think this for once? Are we ready to give hatred environment for our children, our grandchildren? Why we have to hate among ourselves? There is very less time for all of us to live, spread humanity, create oneness. No religion will teach bad things. No religion will teach to spread hatred. No religion will teach to spread inhuman activity. Always religions are telling tolerance, tolerance, and tolerance. We are all one. Our blood is red. We have hemoglobin. We have RBCs. We have WBCs. And each of us will have 5.6 liters of blood. When all of us have similar color blood, whether person from America, person from India, or person from Africa, person from any part of the globe, you see blood is red. So this is the universality. When God, Creator, has not shown any discrimination amongst all of us, why we human beings are creating this discrimination? So I appeal, please spread peace. No, a small instance now which is happening across the globe from past 1.5 to 2 years. A coronavirus has disturbed everybody, because of which now we are reaching on virtual platforms. It gave us a technological revolution for all of us. We are not able to tolerate the coronavirus, even though we are scientifically so advanced. There are many brothers and sisters died, many people suffered, and many people lost their life, many people lost their jobs, many people are suffering because of economic slowdown, everything. Now, world is facing a biggest threat of environmental changes. The global warming, the pollution, and all other environmental changes the world is facing. Now it is high time for all of us to unite together and concentrate on creating the better environment, concentrate on developing more and more trees, concentrate on spreading peace, love, affection among all of us. We human beings, I had one professor, he used to tell, the greediest animal on the earth is human being. But everybody is not greedy. There are people like Swamy Vivekananda. There are people like T.P. Kumar sir. There are people like Swamiji who is there. There are people who are so many saints who are sitting here. There are people who want to spread love, affection, peace. They are not greedy. They want to be one, and we are all one, human population. Let us spread humanity. Let us believe in humanity. and let us be peaceful, and let us see that what we are giving to our future generation. This is what important it is. Let us understand one thing. Today we are telling so many things about past. When our children speak, at least let them speak good about us. Let them speak good about us. These are the people who spread humanity. These are the people who spread the peace. These are the people who spread the tolerance. And we have to believe in that. And there should be one TV channel, one newspaper which is telling only positivity across the world. Only positivity, no hatredism, only positive message should be going across the globe, and no religious talk, nothing talking or no talking about religion, only spreading about human and humanity. If that kind of message, if I start giving, one day when it comes, all of us will be living in heaven here only. We can create heaven in the globe, and we don't require to spend a lot of money on equipment, all those things. We are spending on the self-defense or defense mechanism, defense thing. We don't have to spend so much of money. We can spend that much money on humanity and growth of humanity. Actually, politics has divided all of us, if at all, if you want me to tell. But let us not go with the politics. Let us go with humanity. Let us live with humanity. I hope I have spoken a lot, because the teacher should not be given mic. So I wind up with the conclusion stating that, dear brothers, we are one. Dear sisters, we are one. Let us spread peace, humanity, love. Life is very short. Let us make it sweet. Good luck. Thank you. And I thank Shashi Kumar sir for involving me to talk few words. Unfortunately, I did not get much time to speak, but he told me to speak 10 minutes. I am winding up. And Guruji, namaskar for everybody who are all here. And God bless you. Stay blessed. Stay safe. And Madam's son, very good. And the presentation of the dance was essential and it was required. It was very, very good. And hopefully, all of us will stay as brothers and sisters throughout our life and spread the peace. As an educationalist, being a principal of a school, we are spreading peace. And we teachers, actually, we believe in religious mythology, nothing, and we believe in only one religion. We are creating students, and we are creating future children. And our motto should be peace, harmony, peace, harmony. So, dear brothers, dear sisters, there is lot of time to hate each other, but remember, if at all you spend that time in loving each other, the world will become real heaven. You don't have to search heaven up there. You can make the world itself as a heaven when we are united like human beings. Thank you, Shashi Kumar sir. Good luck to all of you.
It was beautifully shown the today's world and the relevance of what we are supposed to do. I am getting message that Shayana Singh is around. Dileepji, Shayana Singh is around?
She will get joined.
Yeah, maybe you could unmute and then Shayana could unmute and speak.
Where is Shayana?
Shayana, come up on video. I just got a message with Dileepji's picture also inside to show that she is around.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
I asked her.
I think Calcutta is heavy rain, so
Yeah, maybe.
maybe that is troubling. So let me take the privilege of inviting my brother whom I met from Fiji, a great speaker, a great human being, great lover, Balakrishnan Muniappan. Namaste. We want to hear from you, your message. Welcome. He is from Malaysia, a professor of management. A professor of management.
Thank you, Dr. TP Shashi Kumar. Can you all hear me first? I need to ask whether am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. Can I, before that, can I get the screen? I would like to share the screen.
Okay. Yeah, we can now.
Okay, just give me few seconds. It's still disabled. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, once again, I would like to thank Dr. T.P. Shashikumar for his invitation. Also to the organizer of this meeting for great organization of this meeting so far. I have heard presentation made by speakers who spoke earlier. Very inspiring and wonderful speech that you have made. I'm going to speak from Malaysia, from Penang in Malaysia. It's night here. So whichever part of the world that you are in, it can be evening, it can be afternoon or even morning. Okay, again, hope everyone facing this pandemic, whichever part of the world that you are safe and healthy. Okay. Let me start this presentation on this universal brotherhood. I'm given 10 minutes, so I will try my best to complete this talk of mine within these 10 minutes. Okay? Now, at the end of these 10 minutes, it is expected that we must be aware of this principle of brotherhood. Most of the time, we tend to speak about brotherhood, but what happens is that it tends to be only in words, but not in deeds. So it's very important that it's not only we are aware of this principle of universal brotherhood or oneness of all the living beings, but at the end of the day, we must be able to apply the principle of oneness in our daily life. That means in our thought, in our word, and also in our deeds. Okay, so it should not be just in theory, but it must also be in practice. Okay, universal brotherhood. It also includes sisterhood. So you are not only looking from the brother perspective, but also brothers and sisters. So simply means oneness of humanity. Now, when I say humanity here, what I'm trying to say here is that it's not only for human beings, but for all the other living entities as well. So there is a quote from Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, who said that, I see that it is God himself who has become everything, the universe and its living being. So we are all connected, we are all related, and healthy and positive relationship is only possible when the base of friendship is the oneness among the people and all the living beings. So therefore, the principle of universal brotherhood or oneness is direct necessity for maintaining the peace and prosperity in the world. So if you are looking at the world today, we are divided. We are divided based on nationality, race, politics, religion, and the world today is also changing. We are living in a world that is called VUCA. VUCA stands for world that is constantly volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. And of course, every part of the world today are affected by COVID-19. Okay? And what are the ways that we can bring people together? How can we make sure people live in harmony, in peace? The Vedic sages tells us that the universal spirit of Brahman has become all things and being in this universe. So the whole world is considered to be as a family. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the concept Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. And I would like to quote a Tamil philosopher of the 6th century BC called Kaniyan Pungodan, who emphasized this principle of universal brotherhood. He said that we have a sense of belonging to every place and everyone is our own. He said, Yadum Uru, Yavarum Kelir. This is a statement from the philosopher. So what it means is that we are all interconnected in a subtle ways. We are one because that one is in all of us. Simply means unity of existence. And scriptures, various scriptures mentions that one supreme being is a seed-giving father of all. People who are familiar with the Bhagavad Gita, you might have come across this verse that says that Sarva Yonishu Kaunteya Aham Bija Pradapita. The Lord is a seed-giving father of all. So the division should not be there when we are all children of God. I remember a song back in the year 1980s. I was a student at that time. Somewhere in mid-1980s, there was a very popular song, We Are the World, We Are the Children. I'm sure if you do a search on We Are the World, We Are the Children, you will be able to find this song that says that we are all children of God. We are all coming from the same source. In fact, if you do some form of reflection or analysis, you will find that the same self which is within my body is also in all the other living beings as well. So when we are looking at from the perspective of self or spiritual perspective, we do not belong to any particular race, ethnicity, a nation, or even religion, because that spirit self which is within all the living beings doesn't belong to any particular school of thought or religious or philosophical school of thought. There is no such thing as the Atma, that is the Hindu, Christian, Islam, or Buddhist. It is the same that is prevalent in the heart of all the living beings. Therefore, we need to see, not only see, but also hear and feel the spiritual nature of all the living beings. There is a sloka that says that someone who is knowledgeable, someone who is in knowledge, who is really knowledgeable, is that person who sees equal vision of all the living beings. Pandita Samadarshinha. Because he knows that that one spirit is in the heart of all the living beings. So, as a conclusion, each and every one of us can do our part. At the end of this meeting, we can reflect on what are we going to do next. How can we practice this principle in our daily life, the principle of oneness, in our thought, our words, and also deeds. Remember, these three are very important: consistency between the thought, word, and deeds. So in our thought, word, and deeds, always pray for the happiness and peace of all the living beings. I'm sure many of you here are familiar with these famous prayers. Sarve Janata Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Shamasta Sukhino Bhavantu. We all pray and hope all the living beings in this universe will be happy. Om Shanti. May they attain peace. Thank you. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to the organizer again. for the invitation, and thank you once again.
As usual, Balakrishnan Muniyappan, my brother, soon after the practical aspects from Shaukat Ali Zahib. Now Balakrishnan ji has taken us to the spiritual aspect. Wonderful, that was great. I just saw again Shaina Singh joined. Is she around?
I saw she was back.
Yeah, she is joining. I think she is getting disconnected, so we will not wait for missing the opportunity to play her video so that she could also watch it. So her speech goes here as a replication of what Swamy Vivekananda did in Chicago 128 years back.
Unspeakable joy and response to the warm and cordial welcome which you have given us, and thank you in the name of the most ancient orders of monks in the world. I thank you in the name of the mother of religions. I thank you in the name of millions and millions of Hindu people of all classes and sects. My thanks also to some of the speakers on this platform who, referring to the delegates from the Orient, have told you that these men from far off nations may well claim the honor of belonging to different lands. The idea of toleration, I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught me the word, both toleration and universe accepting. We believe not only in universe toleration, but we accept all religions as true. I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the oppressors and the refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth. I am proud to tell you that we have gathered in our bosom the purest remains of the Israelites who came to southern India and took refuge with us in the very year in which their holy temple was shattered to pieces by Romania Turkey. I am proud to belong to the religion which has sheltered and is still fostering remains the Russian nation. I will quote to you within a few lines seated from my earliest boyhood, which is every day repeated by millions of human beings as the different streams having their sources in different places, all mingle their water in the sea. So along the different paths which men take through different tendencies, various through they appear crude or lead to peace. The present conversation, which is one of the most august assemblies ever held, is in itself overtaking a declaration to the world of the wonderful doctrine preached in the Gita. Whosoever comes to me through whatever form I reach him, all men are struggling through paths which in the end lead to me. Judgment's victory and its horrible distance maxim have long passed this beautiful earth. They have filled the earth with violent strength. It often and often with human blood destroyed living and sent whole nations to despair. Had it not been for these horrible demons, human society would be far more advanced than it is now. But the time is come, and I fervently hope that the bell that tolled this morning in honor of this conversation may be the death skin of the phantom sins of all prestige with the sword or the pencil, and of all untransferable feeling between persons wearing their way to the same goal.
I think some speeches makes us speechless, right? She's here. Shaina is here around. She joined again.
She was here. Yeah, I think she is losing the connection. She's joining again.
I think I was told that Calcutta is heavy rain.
Rajbhai is here.
Yeah. We could. Yeah.
Hi, bye.
Rajbhai, a good brotherhood messenger.
Sorry, I'm in the train.
Yeah, maybe later. Maybe later.
Okay.
Maybe we could. I'm just seeing Edward Mondal is there. Yeah, I'm seeing the videos. Those who are joining to speak, speakers may please put the video on so that we could make you to speak. I'm just seeing those people who are on video. Edward Mondal ji from USA or Canada, right? Yeah, Canada.
He's here.
Yeah. Edward Mondal, Alberta, Canada, please. Is a man of great social activities around. We got in contact very recently, and then I was very keen that he should speak because he was showing a lot of interest in what we are doing around. I am sure his words will be a great asset for this audience. Welcome, Edward ji.
All right. Greetings to everyone, all the dignitaries. I'm a simple and humble human being, and I feel very honored to share my thoughts with you, especially Guruji and Dr. DrTPS Asikumarji and Dr. Remy and the rest of the dignitaries here. I won't go into that scholarly things, but I'm also a trauma or mental health coach. So I'm a certified coach, so I do coaching. One of the things that I would like to share with you is to see that when you talk about brotherhoods, I just need to quote first one of the quotation, like he said, "Who should turn the hands and hearts of man from the deeds of sin and strife and direct those souls to good again, that with evil thoughts were ripe, and the angels sang of holy time, and the spear should be used no more, when the din of arms and the war and crime should cease from shore to shore, of the milder way of the Prince of Peace, sent from the realms above, to fill the earth with glad increase of kindness, of faith and love. And the shepherd group assembled there, and the heart that sung in heaven, then fell on their knees with fervent prayer, giving thanks of the blessing given." I have written a poem way back in 1995-96 at that time. I'll just read, and then I'll just give a thought section. I'll just read in Bengali. I speak Bengali. So the theme of this particular poem is called silence. And because of the pandemic, I think it's very relevant to just understand that why this silence, why we need to break the silence. This particular theme I just said is very short. I said, "Nistobdota." জেগে ওঠে বর্বর সেই ভয়ানক বিভীষিকা, স্তব্ধ হয় নিথর নীরব কুসুম মল্লিকা। স্তব্ধ ভুবন অসহায় আজ মানব সন্তাপে, বেবিচার ভ্রষ্টতা নিঃশেষ ধরায় হয়। স্নিগ্ধ শীতল কমনীয় কুসুম কলি, সৌরভে প্রস্ফুটিত ব্যাপ্ত এ শ্যামলী। পল্লবিত সবুজ বনানী শৈল্পিক শৌলী, স্বর্গীয় অভয় সজ্জিত যেন এক কাকর। স্বর্গমর্ত নিয়ত এ ধরার ভুবনে, সুখ-দুঃখ হাসি কান্না রবে চিরবিজয়, বর্বর নিষ্ঠুর রবে সে মানব প্রকৃতি, ধরাতলে চির রবে এসবের স্বীকৃতি. So the meaning of this particular poem is so silent. So because of all those things happening in the world, we are silent. And sometimes we can see when I talk to clients, and sometimes we can see people are struggling with a lot of stress, anxiety, a lot of things. So what people don't talk, and we are not listening, we only talk. So one of the things is we need to practice empathetic listening, how we can build the brothership. One of the things when you call brothership, we need to understand why. Understanding why it is very important. Understanding philosophy, what is the philosophy? We can bring a lot of aspects like spiritual and other things, but understanding why you are discussing this brotherhood and why it is important to us. I like to sing one song very briefly. It is also in Bengali. He said, I'm lost actually. I'm not a singer. I'm just singing this song. It's just called I'm lost. অন্ধকারে বিদেশি যে একাই আমি দিশেহারা, অন্ধকারে বিদেশি যে একাই আমি দিশেহারা, ভাবছি বসে ফিরবো দেশে, ভাবছি বসে ফিরবো দেশে, না পেয়ে পথ দিশেহারা, না পেয়ে পথ দিশেহারা, অন্ধকারে বিদেশি যে একাই আমি পথহারা, কে গো তুমি পথভ্রান্ত, পথ খুঁজে হয়েছ ক্লান্ত, কে গো তুমি পথভ্রান্ত, পথ খুঁজে হয়েছ ক্লান্ত, না পেয়ে পথ দিশেহারা. So this particular song was written way back in 1960 by my grandfather, one of my grandfather's brother. So this is called that I am lost. So in this world we are lost. So as a brother, right, as a human being, what we can do. So the masses is very important. Now I'm actually representing Global Academy of Holistic Leadership. So understanding the holistic leadership approach when we're talking brother, understanding yourself, understanding emotional intelligence. Why understanding yourself is very important, because unless you know yourself, how can you help others? We know that we have a lot of challenges. When we have challenges, we need to understand our limitations, and then we seek guidance. We seek guidance from others, and when we are working with others, we are enriched. We help each other. So the brotherhood actually gives us a lot of positive things. As you know, it gives love, this cooperation and goodwill. We can build loyal friendship, peace and harmony. And why it is important? It is important because this can bring us a peace, and this peace will help us. And so when we help ourselves, we also help others. So my one of the approach that I will have to emphasize today is a holistic education. Enrich yourself with the holistic understanding. So when you are saying, okay, I agree with you, you are my brother, but you are not acting like it. The way you speak, the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you use the expression may not be liked by the other person, or it can be, it may not be, it can be offensive to others. So it is very important for you to understand, not only talking that we are brothers, but also educating ourselves with the holistic education, and just understanding what need to be done. So I will go into that details. So thank you very much for the opportunities. And I would like to encourage you to understand emotional intelligence, how we can increase emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence have 5 aspects, and I would like to just share with you just very briefly. The self-awareness, and then the self-awareness, and the next one self-regulation. So first I already talked about self-awareness. What is self-awareness? That means understanding yourself. Also, when you understand yourself, then there is a self-regulation. How do you regulate yourself? So that means you also understand how it is impacted to others. And then the next one is a social awareness or empathy. You also need to understand that one. So you also want to build this empathy. And then there is also self-motivation. You need to have this motivation. And the next one, social skill. How you can develop the social skill. So these are the like emotional intelligence things. When you are practicing this one, you are helping. You are not only talking that we are brotherhood. We don't need seminar. We need action-oriented person in this world. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone and for your time and listening with me. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
Namaste, namaste. Thank you. I thought I will go for Gokulanji's music, but already Edward gave a beautiful music equivalent to what the famous Bengali song Eklo Chalo Re, right? I'm sure Sarmishta will be happy to sing that. But we have to go to Turkey now. We have a beautiful lady, my sister, Professor Dr. Gulshun Kurubak. Did I pronounce right?
Gülsün Kurubacak.
Yeah. So we are here to listen to you.
Thank you. Oh, I am so thrilled, excited. I am listening. I turned my camera off, but I am listening. This is the lifetime opportunity. Thank you. Thank you. First of all, you, Dr. and all. Trying to being a multicultural person, multicultural by herself and to others, but I found myself in the middle of this one, and there's a lot of questions in my mind. If you are creating a lot of questions to myself, it means it is working well. Thank you. Dr. TLB told me, could you please give some information about Turkey? Maybe most of them about Turkey. Or little bit information, or you have information but you don't know it is real or not. Okay, Turkey is in the middle of Asia, Europe, and Middle East. Some people think Turks are African, Turks are Arabs, Turks are something, but if you ask any Turks, we say, no, I am Turk, just Turk, And in Turkey, we have been living 42 different ethnic groups together for several years, before the Turkish Republic. And also we have immigrants right now. Maybe you know it from Syria, from Afghanistan. So our culture getting more multicultural. It is easy to say, but hard to change sometimes, What we have been learning here at the university, I am an advisor, I have PhD students, like the sir before present me, I told my students, my friends, please answer who you are. But defining yourself, forget your name, your last name, your nation, your race, your caste, your father, mother, everything, without any demographic information, who you are. And if you meet yourself at any coffee shop, do you say to yourself, hi, and how you introduce yourself to each other, like that. And I let them, take a 30 seconds video. They said, it's easy, 30 seconds. And the next week, when they come to class, they have no idea because they don't know how they define themselves. Before understanding ourselves, our skills, our needs, our acceptance, our pros and cons, we cannot understand more than other people, and we have several stereotypes. We develop stereotypes. If we cannot understand ourselves, we develop stereotypes easily. Living in Turkey as a woman, it depends on where you live in. Sometimes hard, sometimes so easy. I'm living in Eskişehir. Eskişehir is in the middle of Turkey. There are 3 universities. The people well educated, women have power here. But if you go to the east part of the Turkey, sometimes we missed something. The woman has less power, less education, more children. But if go to the west, yes. If you look at the job, if you look at the lifestyle, if you look at the understanding each other, all people have idea. Because before modernism, before capitalism, we know how to live together. But capitalism, like all over the world, make us crazy. We start to worship money, we start to worship what we have as a big home, as a big cars, and we forgot our elders. And we start to, live alone and have several difficulties. So this is what is going on in Turkey right now. But Turkey has powerful roots, very old country. Turkey is an Islamic country, 99% of people Muslim. But if you ask people, everybody talks about Islam in different way, because everyone has their own God, own Allah. What you feel, how you reach Allah, this is the way. So there are general idea, but if you look at the outside Turkey, if you say, I am Muslim most of the time, but I hear from my friend, I say, no, I'm not terrorist. Please, don't label us like that. But we have to listen to them. Something is going on, Actually, Turks, Islam, if you look at our backgrounds, must be powerful, but powerful in peaceful. In the peace, we have to powerful. We have to, very humble, very, shame-like. But nowadays, I am saying again, because of capitalism plus COVID-19, create kind of crazy people here. I don't know, like other words, but getting settled down. We are learning our lessons, and when we touch with other people from other nations, other religions, other ethnic groups, we are becoming more powerful human being. We'll solve our problems with the stereotypes. So this is what is going on right my culture. But if you would like to learn more, please visit us. And I am here anytime you can, make connection. I can make any virtual tour or real tour. Just welcome to Turkey. Learn by yourself about Turkey. Thank you for giving this chance to me.
That's a beautiful practical invitation. I missed just visiting Turkey, though my family visited just before COVID. I was busy something else, so I couldn't be part of that trip.
You know what? Before just COVID, I visit India, New Delhi.
And you missed me. Yeah.
Yes, I fall in love with Delhi, India, and Indian culture.
So
it's so different. So I am planning to move India if COVID over. I have a job there at the Jamia Ahmad, and this is my plan in future actually, because your aura in there so different, changed my life totally. When I was there in 3 days, but my life changed dramatically but positively in that. Thank you.
Most welcome, most welcome. We have another beautiful lady, Tazeen Siddiqui, in queue. Welcome, Tazeen ji.
Thank you, everyone, and namaste, assalamu alaikum, and a very good evening to one and all. First, my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. T.P. Shashikumar sir for inviting me to this Universal Brotherhood event, the most prestigious event, and the amazing thought. Now, with your permission, I would like to start, but before that, I want to congratulate each one of you here, because the success begins from here, where each one of you are present here to encourage the thought of universal brotherhood. So hats off to each one of you who are here and celebrating this with an encouragement that we are all one. And thank you very much for such a mesmerizing start with the Bhagavad Gita shloks and songs. I was truly, it was so spiritually lightened that I want to, with the Quranic recitation, Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. Here I start with the Swamy Vivekananda teachings that he learned from Sri Ramakrishnan. I want to quote Bhagavad Gita, 11th verse of chapter 4. Ye yathamam pravatyante tas tatheva vajam yahama mama vartmanu vartante manushapad sarvashaha. Well, whatever path you go, it comes to me. It leads to one goal. And I love this part. So when we talk about Swamy Vivekananda, let me take this opportunity to quote him: to devote your life to the good of all and to the happiness of all is religion. In his Chicago address in 1893, Swamy Vivekananda gave importance of the validity and universality of all religions. He mentioned that every religion is able to create purity, sacredness, kindness, and humanity. He appealed to all that everyone must keep up his oneness in the sphere of religion and accept all that which is good in all other religions. Well, Swamy Vivekananda made his great statements of universal tolerance and acceptance of all religion to be true. Humanity, sympathy, tolerance, and other related terms are the distinguished religious segment for catering the universal religion. He discarded the supremacy of one religion. He narrated a story of a seed. When you plant a seed, there are different elements that grow that seed into the plant: the water, the soil. What not elements we put into that seed, the different elements that give rise to a beautiful plant. We all see the garden. The most beautiful garden is one which has most beautiful flowers of different colors. That looks immensely beautiful. And that's how our country is. I'm proud to be representing India today, the land with unity in diversity. The land which encourages every religion to practice, celebrate, and live with pride. That we are one. And I'm proud to represent my land where Rahim makes the clothes of Lord Krishna. I am proud to be from the land where every human being from every state and city have different languages, but we communicate with the language of love and humanity. I am proud to be from the land where I am here today with each one of you, hearing different languages, beautiful cultures, and beautiful love among all of us. Unity in India is the best model of unity in diversity, because the people from the various states and various cities practice just one religion, the religion of humanity and love. And these are not just the words said, but it should be practiced. I am overwhelmed when I see, when I witness, and when I read the incidents of unity in diversity. I am proud when I read that during COVID-19, where the Muslim families have gone to the right side, to the last rites of a family, of a Hindu family, the cremation of the Hindu family, and I felt so proud. This is my India. When my parents went to perform Hajj, I lived in Sharma Uncle's house, my father's best friend. And we are so, beautifully bonded that I used to pray there. The love and bonding that we have, that's how I have been brought up. And this is my India, where we stay with love, compassion, and togetherness. And let me tell you, this seed starts right from the childhood. I'm amazing, I'm so happy to see children here. And I believe this is the age where we inculcate the thought of unity in diversity, the thought of honoring every religion and culture, the thought of tolerance, the thought of accepting every individual with love and compassion. Because we are together. This is a very personal relationship between you and God. And as I said, as I just read, verse 11 of chapter 4 of Bhagavad Gita, that whatever path you take, you lead to God. So this is what it is, and we need to honor every ideology, every religion, every culture, and we must have the courage to stand for justice, to stand for the right, to stand for compassion, to stand for unity. And I am very thankful to Guruji and everyone, and Dr. Shashi Kumar sir, and everyone here who proved that India is all about love, India is all about compassion, and India is all about unity in diversity. And I am so happy, and I remember in one of my talks, I quoted Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse 70, where the water from the rivers, the gallons of water from rivers come into the oceans, but oceans never overflow. They remain calm. They never overflow. That's how the desires around us come, but we do not get affected with it. We remain calm. We are so satisfied with all that we have, and we need to have that in reality. Whatever we teach from the great books of Quran, Bhagavad Gita, Bible, and all the books of religion, we need to understand and inculcate it in our lives. All the great things from all the good books, from all the books, from all the cultures. Thank you very much. Lots of love and blessings to each one of you. And good night.
Hallelujah. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good, Tazeen, as usual. Our Nepali flower is waiting for blooming. Kamalji Silwal, my brother from Nepal.
Namaskar. Ayam nijaha parogeti gadana laguchetasam udara charitanam tu vasudaiva kutumbakam. Hello everyone. Good evening and namaskar from Nepal to all participating brothers and sisters around the world. I would like to express my gratitude to all my gurus who made me able to be as I am today. I have gone through Swamy Vivekananda several times on his writings, on his thought, and I found that the length of the life doesn't matter. The length of the life doesn't matter, but how useful it is for the universe is important. And this is not just a saying, it is proven by the life of Swamy Vivekananda. Swamy, He was not just a Swami of particular territory, particular language. For me, he was a true Vishwaguru. He was a true life mentor and true inspirer. I am a teacher. Whenever I face a little more ups and downs, I go through the sayings of Swamis. Rise, arise, awake, and stop, not till the goal is reached. And that is a vaccine, a medicine, and everything for me to re-energize all of the hurdles and all of the obstacles that comes in front of me. And this is the most important saying of Swamy Vivekananda for me. The single statement clears the purpose of life for me. What is the purpose of my life? Whenever some people ask me, what is the purpose of life? Then I say, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. You don't need to find the goal. Goal is already set. Just you have to reach, identify and reach the goal. The words, the thoughts of Swamy Vivekananda said on a century back are still practicable and applicable and replicable for me. Today, we are living the text form of Swamy Vivekananda. Text form. We love to go through the books. We love to post somewhere the sayings. But in my daily life, am I practicing even a drop of that big oceans of the life of Swamy Vivekananda? That is the question I do put every morning and every evening that I came outside and enjoy in my home. Did I practice even single word, single saying of Vivekananda, Swamy Vivekananda in my today's life? Did I? The purpose of life and the role of every human being is to make this universe a livable place where every individual can enjoy their existence and can achieve the goal together. He did not just propagate the Hinduism, but he introduced the rishis, the Vedic system, the Eastern philosophy, and he strengthened the Vedic culture in the global platform. But all participating, my dear brother and sister, what I need today, what do I need today? As a teacher, I'm teaching social studies in my classroom to the children. And believe me, I do not speak to my neighbors. What types of teacher am I? I am teaching mathematics to my children until that I am unable to create a triangle or a circle or any types of thing that can connect the dots known as human throughout the universe. And I am the teacher and I am teaching. And I am the science teacher who is teaching where is the heart, where is the lungs, where is the kidneys, what are the functions, and I never teach who am I? Why do I exist? I do not. And I'm sorry to say that, my dear brother and sister, why do I need the teachings of Swamy Vivekananda today? I have the rocket to reach the moon. I reach the moon because mankind reached the moon. And I'm trying to settle on the Mars. But am I able to win the hearts of my neighbor? Am I able? I have a machine that can launch a missile 1,000 kilometers away, but do I have anything that can hit the feelings of my neighbors? My own brother and sisters? Why do I need Vivekanandas today? Because I have missiles, I have rockets, and I love to live on the world of books, where my job is to read out certain paragraph, certain definition, and complete the examination finished. I'm preparing the same types of generation. I'm searching a Vivekananda who maybe exists today in the name of Guruji, in the form of Dr. Shashi Kumar, or in the form of, just spoke, I forgot, Siddiqui sister. Probably in the name of any, probably in the race of any, probably in the corner of anyone who may be living even a drop from the ocean or life that Vivekananda taught me. Leave this world not by the name of a territory, not by the name of citizenship, not by the name of trade and business, but truly live in this world as a global community where we can enjoy the existence of everyone, where just before introducing me, Dr. Sasikumar said, a flower from Nepal. No, I don't want to be just blooms from the Nepal. I want to bloom from the heart of Saudi Arabia, from the heart of Africa, from the heart of India, from the heart of any corners of the world, because believe me, as a teacher, I'm practicing. Not the entire things, I cannot, because I have to live the day-to-day life too. But I'm practicing as far as I can the teachings of Swamy Vivekananda. So it would be my humble request to Guruji, to Dr. Sasikumar, that if I will get any types of disturbance or any types of confusion in my daily life while practicing the teachings, I will, please forgive me, directly contact you to overcome that situation, to living that life shown by Swamy Vivekananda, because he is not just a guru of particular language and the territory and the citizenship. He is a guru, Vishwa Guru, a world teacher for me. I'm so sorry if I spoke out of the boundaries. I believe that you will forgive me, you will correct me. Thank you, Dr. Sasikumar, for inviting me. And I'm really feeling great honor being a part of this world platform. Thank you very much, all the sisters and brothers be here.
Himalayam samarabhya yavat Hindu sarovaram tam devanirmidam desham Hindustanam prajakshati. What a great message. Nimisham jolitam sreyam nadu dhumayitum chiram. Be like a fire when you are having that energy. It was great. Guruji, any comments?
Yeah.
He hosted a beautiful program for me.
Actually, you are mentioning him is the flower from Nepal.
Yeah.
Nepal is the land of the higher space. Because as a climber, as a spiritualist, both places are in Nepal. The first country I visited, that is Nepal. The first kingdom I interacted with, that is the Nepal's king. The first president or prime minister, they are from Nepal. Even we have a big community, Koirala Foundation, I'm part of it in New York. So I'm happy DPG invited him. And we need people from everywhere. We may mention people from different countries. That doesn't mean they are only for that country. In our group, we are not only universal brotherhood or sisterhood, we are the global family or universal family. We practice, live and teach and preach as a Vasudeva Kudumbakam members. That's why we are joining here. Thank you for joining.
I am sure Gokulamji is impatient, but I want his vibration to come out in the music. Probably soon after Gokulamji's music, you could invite one of the Vivekananda to give a speech live here. Morning I heard it was beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. TPS. We fondly call him Shashietan. I have been listening to the eminent speakers, and really it's a moment of enthrallment for all of us. This song, Hymn to the Samadhi, written by Swamy Vivekananda, the master himself. As I sing, I will also tell the meaning. It's all about the topic. Most of the speakers spoke here, especially about why we need to take away the stream of high consciousness and ultimately merge into the supreme consciousness. That is the idea of the song. First part, there is no sun, nor the beautiful moon, nor any light whatsoever. The entire universe floats through space, phantom like a mere picture. That is the first Pallavi. Surjo nahi jyoti nahi shashanko sundaru Ashe bhumi chaya shobho shobhi vishwa chora choro Oh Nagi surjo nahi jyoti nahi shashanko sundaru Ashe bhumi chaya shobho shobhi vishwa chora choro Oh nahi surjo Swamiji says that the floating universe floats in the firmament of the involute mind. It rises and floats and again submerges ceaselessly in the stream of Navabhashe Kumapushe Jogatosham Sharabhashe Poshuputa Honadakshi Jogatosham Sharabhashe Tamepono Ogam Shroto Nirantaro Nirantaro Nari Surjo Jyoti Nagi Shashanko Sundaru Bhashe Bhumi Chaya Shobho Shobhi Vishwa Chora Choro Oh Nahi Surjo And slowly these phantom-like images entered the primal womb. Only the feeling I flows on in a ceaseless stream. Dhire dhire chaya dolo mohalaye prabhu shilo Dhire dhire chaya dolo mohalaye prabhu shilo bohamatra miyami ei dhara ono kono kono nahi surjo Jyoti Nahi Shashanko Sundaru Bhashe Bhumi Chaya Shobho Chobhi Vishwa Chora Choro Oh Nahi Surjo And ultimately that eye conscious current also stopped and merged in the void. Beyond the realm of mind and speech, he alone understands, whose heart understands. Shedhara ubonto koli chunna chuno ilahilo Shedhara ubonto koli chunna chuno ilahilo Avamanasa gocharan Boje pran boje jar Boje jar Nahi surjo Nahi jyoti Nahi shashanko sundaru Bhashe bhumi chaya shobho Shobhi vishwa chora choro Oh Nahi surjo Nahi surjo Nahi surjo Nahi surjo Thank you, Dr. Shashida.
Maybe we should go to Rajesh or maybe your...
Krishna Vamsika.
Yeah, but before that, when I see you, always I remember MGR. Don't think that Tamil Nadu Chief Minister MGR. MG Radhakrishnan.
Okay. The singer.
The great singer, great musician man, great teacher. Dileepji, we want to learn music from Gokulanji, na?
Right.
We have to get him on platform sometime too.
Yeah, we'll.
Yeah. We have lot of events. Dileepji arranges beautiful events in the United Nations activities around connecting lot of countries. I'm sure we are going to. It's only an intro.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's really wonderful.
Yeah, you could invite.
Krishna Vamsika is ready to deliver her.
Yeah.
Sisters and brothers of America, it fills my heart with joy. Sir, can I start again? If you don't mind. I had actually. Sisters and brothers of America, it fills my heart with joy unspeakable to rise in response to the warm and cordial welcome which you have given us. I thank you in the name of the most ancient order of monks in the world. I thank you in the name of the mother of religions. And I thank you in the name of the millions and millions of Hindu people of all classes and sects. My thanks also to some of the speakers on this platform that these men from far-off nations may will claim the honor of bearing to different lands the idea of toleration. I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in universal toleration, but we accept all religions as true. I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and the refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth. I am proud to tell you that we have gathered in our bosom the purest remnant of the Israelites who came to southern India and took refuge with us in the very year in which their holy temple was shattered to pieces by Roman tyranny. I am proud to belong to the religion which has sheltered and is still fostering the remnant of the grand Zoroastrian nation. I will quote you, brethren, a few lines from a hymn which I remember to have repeated from my earliest boyhood, which is every day repeated by millions of human beings. As the different streams, having their sources in different places, all mingle their water in the sea. So, O Lord, the different paths which men take through, different tendencies, various though they appear, crooked or straight, all lead to thee. The present convention, which is one of the most august assemblies ever held, is in itself a vindication, a declaration to the world of the wonderful doctrine preached in the Gita. Whosoever comes to me, through whatsoever form, I reach him. All men are struggling through paths which in the end lead to me. Sectarianism, bigotry, and its horrible descendant fanaticism have long possessed this beautiful earth. They filled the earth with violence, drenched it often and often with human blood, destroyed civilizations, and sent whole nations to despair. Had it not been for these horrible demons, human society would be far more advanced than it is now. But the time has come, and I fervently hope that the bell that tolled this morning in honor of the convention may be the death knell of all fanaticism, of all persecutions with the sword or with the pen, and of all uncharitable feelings between persons wending their way to the same goal. Thank you.
Dileepji. Morning.
I'm just going to take her hat.
Morning, I heard her, and I was telling Gokulamji we should have given chance to all of them, but we know we have time constraints. Maybe Rajesh Kumarji, I think all the speakers are over. I have just put on the chat box if anybody like to speak, they could speak, but we'll go direct to Rajesh Kumar.
Sister too.
Oh, is there?
Sister, no. I saw somewhere.
Yeah, if somebody is there, comes on video, I am not seeing, that's why. Actually, we missed only 2 speakers and rest of them are over in the sequence, I think. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
go ahead with the Rajesh Kumar's
Then we'll open up.
yeah, song.
Is it audible, everyone?
Yes, very much.
Yeah, very good evening to everyone. This is Rajesh, and my sincere thanks to Shashiatan inviting me for this program. And it's a wonderful opportunity. And it's wonderful, like I could able to say, hear all speakers, wonderful speaking, and which I could learn a lot of things. And today is my responsibility that he's told me to sing a song on, this Universal Brotherhood Day. So I prepared a song on Swamy Vivekananda. So hope all of you like it. So over to the song. Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadra Kali Kapalini Durga Kshama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swadha Namostute मन में ताकत दिल में हिम्मत तेरे नाम से ही मिले मन में ताकत दिल में हिम्मत तेरे नाम से ही मिले मुरझकर मायूसियों में मुरझकर मायूसियों में फूल सारे खिले मन में ताकत दिल में हिम्मत तेरे नाम से ही मिले मन में ताकत दिल में हिम्मत तेरे नाम से ही मिले स्वामी विवेकानंद आनंद आनंद स्वामी विवेकानंद आनंद आनंद सोच ही ऐसा कलम जो लिखे तकदीर को राह गम जाने कर हे मगर इस फकीर को हर सफर आसान गुजरे हर सफर आसान गुजरे साथ साया तो चले मन में ताकत दिल में हिम्मत तेरे नाम से ही मिले मन में ताकत दिल में हिम्मत तेरे नाम से ही मिले स्वामी विवेकानंद आनंद आनंद स्वामी विवेकानंद आनंद आनंद जिंदगी के मंज में ये अजब ये चुनौतियाँ दौर अनजाना खिंचे नाच सब कठपुतलिया कर्म करने स्वार्थ से कर्म करने स्वार्थ से मुक्ति माया से मिले मन में ताकत दिल में हिम्मत तेरे नाम से ही मिले मन में ताकत दिल में हिम्मत तेरे नाम से ही मिले स्वामी विवेकानंद आनंद आनंद स्वामी विवेकानंद आनंद आनंद ला 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 Thank you.
That was really good.
Good one.
Good. Mesmerizing sound.
Thank you, thank you.
Rajbhai.
Rajbhai is still in train or what?
Yeah, I just got out of the train. Namaste everyone.
Namaste.
Happy Universal Brotherhood Day from Brother Oneness. Just want to focus on Vivekananda's life. I'm sure everything has already been discussed in very great detail. What's inspiring to me is that his search for God, search for truth, that we are one, that he identified with the masses of India. So he was inspiring to arise them and propagate a new movement towards freedom of India. He propelled the system. So with this deep search for God, intense love for God, gave him the strength to have that broader vision. He could have made a lot of money and had led a lavish lifestyle after his speech at World Parliament Religion in Chicago. He instead wanted to help the masses in India, identified with people living in the rural area, in the slums, the lower bottom section of the Indian subcontinent people. So that's inspiring to me. Deep faith in God and his commitment to serve people. That he realized the full purpose of life is to share the God's love, to serve the people who we can, underprivileged, especially women's rights, their education, and then I think his father was influenced by Brahma Samaji, which also looked away from the rituals, all the dogmas, which focuses on just feeling that our religion is only supreme. He saw beyond that. The true concept of Vasudeva Kutumbam, he was able to live the teaching, show it in the day-to-day life, inspire a group of sannyasis to start the Ramakrishna Math and to establish Ramakrishna Math throughout India, so that the message of universality, truly the brotherhood of man, sisterhood of, that all people are created equal. We are on a different path to realize the truth. So with those remarks, I would encourage youngsters who eloquently shared the message of Swamy Vivekananda and all the people to be a torchbearer to propagate the universality, so that in coming years, September 11th would be a great celebration, even greater celebration throughout the world. Also, let's remember September 11th is a significant event in United States history, the terrorist attack. So let's remember all those people who lost their lives and the frontline workers who went to save them. So let's go back to the basic principle of who we are. We are the soul, not the body. So with that, we can go back to our true core nature, that we are the embodiment of peace. We are the embodiment of love. So we have to keep meditating on those thoughts, connect to our source, whichever it is, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, Mahavira, any source, it doesn't matter. Paths are many, goal is one. So you constantly focus on the universality of people, and then let's make this life the world a better place, so that we can leave this place a little bit better than what we found. So God bless. Jai Hind. Thank you again, everyone. God bless you.
Vivekananda told one should not meditate on crossroads. So I was thinking that and I was interpreting it saying that you should not get disturbed and then do that. Now I realize, seeing Raj brother in the New York City now in the crossroads, and then talking about service to people. So what Vivekananda meant is, get into the crossroads and start serving people. Don't close your eyes and meditate. A new interpretation.
Yeah, right. I mean, when there's a need, you have to meet the need. You can't say, oh, I have to meditate, I have to do. I mean, today I had family obligations, so I had to come, that's why I'm in Manhattan now, in Upper Manhattan now, so anyhow.
that was a great message, and I'm sure Rajji reminded me of the great fellowship we have in America. I don't know how many young people know that. The Rockefeller Fellowship is supposed to be one of the most prestigious, most costly, most funded projects for Indians. And many countries, people get that fellowship. I don't know how many of you know the story that Swamy Vivekananda actually founded that. Rockefeller Foundation, the rich man came to Swamiji and then asked, he is not peaceful, he wants peace. And he gave a lot of money to Swamiji. That's what generally Swamijis accept, a lot of monies. And then that makes them to start institutions of their own. Whereas Swamy Vivekananda asked him to start Rockefeller Foundation and then support people who need money to study higher. See the great vision Swamy Vivekananda had. Similarly, Swamy Vivekananda was a constant visitor in Mysore Palace. And he was traveling across the globe. Once he met Tata, the rich man, and he was going to buy steel, processed steel. Then Swamiji asked him, why are you buying processed steel? Why couldn't you start a company? Then he said, we don't know the science of it. Immediately Swamiji said, why couldn't you start an Institute of Science? That is what Indian Institute of Science today. Originally it is called, or even today it's called the Tata Institute. You go and ask Indian Institute of Science, auto drivers won't understand. You tell them Tata Institute, they will know. And then the next question was where to start. Immediately Vivekananda said, don't worry, I will ask Mysore Palace Raja to donate land for you. That is how it came to Bangalore. And when Institute wanted a director, Tata offered directorship of Indian Institute of Science to Swamiji, who was a bachelor in art subjects, as a director for Indian Institute of Science, where PhD and DSc is being given in science. You can imagine that was the greatness of Swamy Vivekananda. He said, you want to know India, look at me, I am the condensed India. I don't know how many people have got that courage to say that I am the condensed India. Learning Vivekananda is something great. And I am sure this reminds, each moment, each word can be expanded upon. But I am sure we should open it up to, we just gathered people based on the contacts and who are, when the proposal plan was posted, some people contacted, and those who were in contact, we scheduled these speakers. I am sure we could do much better, but we can't do much better than this in 1.5 to 2 hours. So if anybody wants to speak, we don't want to deny the chance. The first poster was to say that open forum. So I thought somebody will jump into that and then contact, but we didn't see. Otherwise we would have included them also in the list. Anybody wanted to give some comments or words? Yes, Dileepji, anything more?
Yeah.
Just wanted to say one more thing. Swamy Vivekananda inspired so many noble people, including Tesla and Rabindranath Tagore, Subhash Chandra Bose. Inspired series of leaders who went on to make India a great nation, and also various philanthropy projects throughout the world, as DrTPS mentioned about Indian Institute, but various other philanthropy institutes. inspired Sister Nivedita to start the ladies' school. So many work was done, and he burned out, and before age 40, he concluded his earthly life.
Yeah, anybody?
From October 16 to 18, we have Parliament of World Religious Conference, and we will have a community is part of the 45-minute section for panel discussion. We have 5 speakers, including me. And this Tuesday we have World Peace Festival, and one of the trustee from Parliament will be a speaker in our panel discussion. And few ways I am connected with Swamy Vivekananda. One is Swami Bhuva. He spent time with Swamy Vivekananda. And my Guru, Prabhakara Siddha Yogi, they had a photo together. I remember, I don't know where I put it. When Vivekananda came to Kerala, they had a meeting with all the saints, and there was a beautiful photo. I had to find out that one. And another one is Tatami Samigal. Vivekananda, when he came, he was so upset about the different way of people are behaving in Kerala. So he said Kerala is a land of madness. So Tatami Sami heard this story when Vivekananda came to see him, and he asked him, "Are you here for treatment for your madness?" Then they became buddies, and Vivekananda asked a question to Tatami Sami. That was the meaning of Chinmudra. And Tatami Swami explained in a poem, that's the way. And Vivekananda said, I travel around the country, I never heard like an explanation like you did. You see how they all connecting for uplifting spirituality, for the betterment, for the humanity. I feel this is the way we all are connected. That's a purpose. We will need people like us to bring unity in diversity.
So
I felt really good today's event.
yeah, shall I play one Sharaf's Edaka?
Yeah, that is a good one.
We have Nilaya's Shanti Mantra also. I think that's all what I have in my stock.
Sahano
Nilaya is traveling, otherwise she would have joined.
Traveling,
She is a beautiful student of mine where she learns Bhagavad Gita. She said today she is traveling because she don't want to miss tomorrow's Bhagavad Gita discussion with me. Right. Good effort. Anybody wants to? I think I finished all that I have in my stock. We finished all speakers who enlisted. It's great on Dr. Remy Alapo, who is still present. Anybody?
Shashita, if you permit me,
Yeah.
1 minute I will just speak. There is a sloka in Sanskrit. Amantram aksharo nasti, nasti moola manaushadho, ayogya purusho nasti, yojagas tatra durlabaha. There are no words which are not fit enough for mantra. And Amantram aksharo nasti, nasti moola manaushadho. Each and every roots or the plants are useful for medicine. And ayogya purusho nasti, similarly, there are no person fit enough to be a leader or great. But yojakas tatra durlabaha, one who brings them and identify their talent and manifest them into a blossoming personality. Such samyojakas are very rare, and we are really fortunate enough to have Dr. Shashietan and Guruji and similar great personalities to mold our children. And I'm really grateful for Dr. TPS for accepting our invitation and come to school and inspire our teachers and students. We have initially decided to be only a grand finale of the competition, but it ultimately culminated to be a very enriching session. A lot of inputs from management also, and they have requested me, the secretaries and all, to invite you immediately in the physical school. There is a program, so I take this opportunity to thank you on behalf of the management and also Guruji for hosting this enriching and mind-blowing and thought-provoking session, especially for all our students who are here. Almost 2 hours they are seated there listening to the speeches and enjoying themselves. I could see some of their comments over there, and the parents who are very much eager to listen to the eminent speakers here, and also Dr. TPS. And thank you so much, and looking forward to have such enthralling sessions so that we have the future leaders here, the students. They will carry forward the light, the beacon of light that you are lighting up here. Thank you so much, Guruji. Thank you so much, Shashiyata. God bless you. Strengthen yourself so that you can lead the world for a better place to live in. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gokulanji, for quoting the last page in my book, which is called Life Made Simple. Amandram aksharam nasti, nasti moolam aushadam, ayogya purusho nasti, yojagaha tatra durlabha. It's very rare to see people who identifies the capability among people and then start connecting.
Yes.
Great to have people like you who are associating. Good. Anybody else who want to speak? Otherwise, yes, Dileepji?
Yeah, we can wind up.
Call it a great
we have
day.
Another meeting is coming up.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we have Gira class with the Dr. TP Shashikumarji. That is 10 to 12. Then Tuesday we have World Peace Festival. That's a different link. Tomorrow I can share the link.
I'm seeing Suchita Parijadam Rajan from Dubai. Parijadam ji, Ma, you are from Dubai now.
Still in Dubai.
Yeah, still in Dubai. Yeah, it's good. Don't say still in Dubai. You say I'm in Dubai.
I'm in Dubai.
Yeah. We have
It was a really wonderful program, sir. Outstanding program. Really. Thank you so much for inviting me, Guruji and Shashimar, sir.
I can't forget that 20 years back when I came to Dubai first, she is the one who gave me a beautiful dinner. Rajatan and Parijadam.
Yeah.
And the association still 20 years. Good.
Yes,
Yeah. Our permanent presenters are there. Shuchita is there. Jayanti P. Sahu is there. My brother is there. TP Balakrishnan from Payanur. Bipin is there again from Dubai.
And 3 little Swamis are there.
Yeah, all Swamis are there. They can shake their head, see whether the turban goes off.
Anika, Jija, Sri, Krishna, Advait.
We had morning, beautiful. We had all their speeches. So good to go. So
Yeah,
see you all tomorrow who are not in connection. I am seeing some new faces also. Some Pujita is there, and Jaiprakash Sharma is there.
Pujita is our student, sir.
Okay, good. Jaiprakash Sharma is there. Yeah. So, Sarmishta, for you, it's the cooking time. Maybe lunch has to be ready. And we, yeah, good.
I have to put that.
Little baby is also there.
Your song was very nice, very wonderful. Then Gogulji, everyone sang very nice.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mr. Where are you in America?
Indiana, Columbus.
Okay.
Bipin, you raise the hand. Is there anything to speak or just like that? Bye then.
I just tell something.
Yeah, Bhumi Avalu is also there. Yeah. Yeah, Bipin, speak.
Namo Vishnu Pataya Krishna Vishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamy Vivekananda. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prasarani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Bhakyatari Shatari. So, from the Bhagavad Gita, I want to just tell one small sloka, which is the 7th sloka of 7th chapter. Matta Parataram Nyanya Pichidasti Jananjaya Mai Sarvamidam Prodam Sutre Maniganata. So, as it says, Krishna says that all living being is being connected with me, as the thread is being connected to all the pearls. So, as a brotherhood, so everybody is connected. Hope that connection we all maintain, and we all recognize that we are all from same thread connected, and be very happy and help each other to attain, make this world much better and peaceful place. Thank you.
Gokulam ji, Bipin is my nephew, my sister's son in Dubai.
Okay.
So that's my shelter in Dubai.
Dubai. Glad to hear.
We are neighbors, very close.
Yeah, Parijadam and Bipin stay nearby. Yeah. Bhumi Avalu wanted to. Avala or Avalu?
Bhumi Jita, they want to speak actually, that's okay.
Yeah, speak.
You know, yeah.
Sir, I just wanted to chant a sloka about my
Very good, go ahead.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Saksha Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Next lines also you should learn. Buni. Atnana Timirandasya Nananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambha Shankaracharya Madhyama Asmat Acharya Paryandam Vande Guru Parampara. Good. Tata bye bye. It's almost 10 o'clock, not almost 10. It's only 1 minute to 10. Edward G, it was great. We'll be in contact, we'll be in touch.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you all. Inshallah. See you sometime.
Thank you, sir.
Jayanti Ma, Dr. Jayanti from Delhi. Presence is shown. Kamal Ji, namaste. I crossed Nepal to go to Kailash. We have to cross Nepal to go to Kailash. Right?
Yeah, you can leave. You can.
Thank you. See you all. Great. Dileepji, see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
7:30. Yeah, fine.